Welcome everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our webinar. My name is Liz Freyer and I'm with Melissa here in Rancho Santa Margarita, California. And you've just joined us for 5 brilliantly simple ways to improve marketing with targeted leads. So I'm joined today by our data list specialist, Karen Tiscarino. Welcome, Karen. Thanks for being here. We just have a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. So first of all, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box and we'll get to hopefully all of them, but as many as we can towards the end of the presentation. So secondly, we are recording today's presentation. If you miss anything, you can watch the replay tomorrow. We'll send that out via email. And then best of all, as promised, we do have a special promotion for you. So stay tuned for the end of the webinar. We're going to give you that promotion code towards the end. So I think that's all I have for housekeeping items. So I'll turn it over to you, Karen.
Thank you, Liz. Hi, welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about direct mail is no dinosaur. Why? Because direct mail delivers the strongest ROI for customer acquisition for business to consumer marketers and scored the highest in customer contact and retention. Today's competition is way down in the mailbox versus email box. We will get a fraction of the marketing mail that we used to receive even 5 years ago. Less competition means more eyes on your mail piece, maximizing your ROI even further than the initial response of direct mail. Plus, mail recipients seem to hold on to mail pieces longer than any other type of ad. They'll stick it on their refrigerator, put it in their purse, put it in their briefcase, somewhere where they have it handy to take a second look at it later. Be bold. Your mail piece should have multiple images on your ad. Use attention-grabbing headlines and graphics. Be colorful, be bold. Special offers, something that catches their eye. Now we're going to go to bonus quick tip number 2, visual rocks. Use photos and images. If you are a mortgage broker or a real estate investor, you should put the house images on the ad. Sell with photos and graphics. Bonus tip 3, keep it simple. You want to create a simple decision pathway with a clear call to action. For example, offer discounts and promotionals with an expiration date. Create urgency with prospects so they act within a certain amount of time. Bonus tip 4, use data insight. You can profile your customer list to target similar prospects if you have your own database. We have a lookalike report. We take your database, upload it to ours, and the system will match your clients to new prospects against our data. This report breaks down to many demographics. The blue bars that you see on your screen show the current client's demographics, and the purple bars show the available prospects with similar demographics. Back to our 5 simple ways of improving marketing. Number 2, dominate the areas you want to target. If you're looking to do a mailing to everyone in the neighborhood, or even down to a specific radius, school district, or a personalized map, the saturation list would be the way to go. With this file, you can target by zips, cities, and even down to specific carrier routes that you'd like to focus on. This file is in walk sequence order and gives you the lowest postage rate when using a mailing permit. Barcodes are included. For example, a real estate agent may purchase a list by carrier route to promote a home that he just sold or is putting up for sale in his client's neighborhood. Other suggestions for using this list are pizza houses, restaurants, dry cleaners, and anybody that would want to send out coupons, promotionals, or specials they're running in specific areas. Another way you can dominate the areas you wish to target is by demographics. This consumer list is one of my favorites. You get to select your own demographics to fit the type of clientele you're looking for. We have homeowner, home value, presence of children, and only about 1,000 other selects. For example, you have a client that owns a woman's retail shop and she wants to do a targeted marketing. With this list, she can select by age, if it's a niche in her demographics, gender, if she sells clothing to women only and of specific ages, or if she sells high end clothing, she may want to target someone with a higher income level. Number 3, direct mail. We have another client, Today's Windows, who purchases our new homeowner file. The company is successful with their direct mail campaigns because they are reaching prospects who are 8 to 10 times more likely to buy than existing homeowners. This list is also ideal for furniture, appliance retailers, dentists and doctors, contractors, landscaping services, and alarm and security companies. This file is updated on a weekly basis. We have another client, Clark Real Estate. Here is a real life example of one of our real estate companies using direct mail. He uses our saturation list and selects by zip and specific carrier routes that he looks up under our free lookup page, which I will show you in just a little bit. He uses consistent direct mail campaigns over time to target specific areas and as a result had a 60% increase in business. What I want to hit home here is that repetition and mailing your name out with direct mail works. Number 4, what is a bad list? Outdated data. Did you know 20% of the people move yearly? You may have a bad address or an incomplete address, a bad name. Those would get returned. You don't want returns. You need a good quality list. It's updated monthly, is CAS certified, and NCOA'd. A frequently updated file that matches your campaign should give you a response rate that's 10 times higher than the worst list for the identical mail piece and with a 95% deliverability rate. Now, we're going to take a look and go over to our website for Build Your List. Here we go. Okay, so there's 2 things we can do. As I mentioned with Clark Real Estate, he goes to our website under melissa.com and he goes under lookups. Now we have a lot of different information on this page, but for our list department, we are mostly involved in maps and aerial views. We have zip code maps that will give you the boundary of a zip code. We have a boundary map of a postal carrier route. And here we have carrier routes by zip code, which I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate very quickly for you right now. So we want to enter a zip code that we're interested in getting more information about and submit. Now below you'll see, if I can drag this down here. Here we go. It's just running a little bit slow this morning. Here is a carrier route in our zip code where we're located. And the little green push pins on here are going to be the reference number for the routes. So, for example, if you look at push pin number 9 right here, and we scroll down and we look at our reference number, And we see that reference number 9 is actually C060. It gives us the business deliveries, apartment deliveries, PO boxes if they're available, and the amount of home deliveries. Now, this information is updated quarterly. I'm going to show you where you want to go to get your current counts. This is just for information when you want to look for a designated area and gives you an option from using USPS.com and looking up an address there. So let's go back up to the top. And from here, we're going to go home. And we're going to come here to products, the first item. We're going to click on that. And we're going to move down here to sales leads and mailing lists. Click on that. And here are the different types of mailing lists and sales leads that we have on our website. We have many more types of lists available. You would need to call in and speak with a representative in the list department to find out what those are. So today, let's quickly go to the saturation occupant list. Once you get there, build your saturation occupant list now. And okay. So, for example, let's enter a zip code, and I'm going to go ahead and use our local zip code here. If you're adding additional zip codes, you can put a period and then add another zip code, put another period, and add another zip code. You can keep doing this until the end of all your zip codes, then leave the last zip code without a period in between it. I'm going to go ahead and back out of that for time's sake and just run the one zip code. Select options. Then we're going to move on to step 2. So say you want to count carrier routes are the C numbers, C001, 2, etc. We're going to omit businesses. And say we don't want any P.O. boxes, so we're going to omit all of the P.O. boxes. And then we'll move down here to businesses again and omit that. Add count. And then you'll see here at the bottom, it comes up with a grand total of records, 16,096. Out of that, 14,543 of them do have a name where available. So if you're looking for specific carrier routes, you want to click on carrier routes, go to the top, and by now you should have created your list of carrier routes you're looking for. And you can go ahead and select whatever routes you're interested in mailing to. Confirm and return to my list. And you'll see that your count changes. Now, let's say we want to go back and make an additional change on step 2. Click Edit Options. And let's say we want to add businesses back in. And we want to go ahead and add P.O. boxes back in. Confirm and return to my list. And you'll see the count went up to 2,956 records. Now, this would be considered total saturation. Walk sequence order, lowest postage using a mailing permit or a mailing house. So let's go next step. And I'm going to show you how to save it very quickly. You can save it. You see the cost. You can go next step. And we're going to name this job. and click on Save Job. Meanwhile, our system automatically sends you a copy of that count via email. So, say you're called out or you've decided you want to do some more zip codes or a different carrier route. The next day you want to go up, or even the same day, go to Job History. We want to find our count that is saved. Click on it, open it. And you can continue working with it this way. So you can make any changes, or you can go ahead and purchase the file. Give us just a moment here. Now that you have the tools, just mail. You can get started figuring and planning out your geographical areas. Get a list consultation from a list team member here at Melissa Data. Take your direct mail to a mail house, or we also have software that can help you with your mailings. Call us for any recommendations for a quality mail house near you as well. We have the ability to pull many more selects than you can see on our website. Once you have your list, you're ready to get mailing. Melissa Data does have a lookup available for you. Okay, as promised, we have a special offer for you. We are giving away 15% off your first order. Liz just published the offer code for you. You should see it on your screen. Remember, Melissa has very competitive pricing, instant list download when you order online, and a 95% deliverability rate and great customer service.
Wow, thanks, Karen. That was awesome. I love how you just gave us like 5 really good tips really quickly. I love the demo.
Well, thank you.
Everyone's over here saying hi to you. So
Aww.
we want to say hi to everyone back. Does anyone have any questions? I know it's kept pretty quickly. So if you guys have any questions about lists, anything like that, we're here for you. Happy to answer those questions for you. Looks like we're getting one question in right now. Okay, so Karen, someone wants to know, do you match it? What happens when you find a competitor who has a lower list price than you? Do you guys do any list price matching?
Absolutely. Show us a copy of the quote. We'll match it. If we can do better, we'll do better.
Awesome. Any other questions out there? All right. We have one more question. What demographic criteria can I use to order a list?
You would want to target, if you're in a specific area, you can do a radius around your store. If you're insurance and you're working as specific zip codes or city towns, I would target to those areas.
Hopefully that answered your question, but demographic, maybe you're talking about, this is to Andrew. He asked, what demographic criteria can I use to order a list? So
it's going to depend on what type of business you're in, and what type of mailing you want to do. If you're going to do a saturation list, which goes to each and every household, if you're offering promo, that would be a great list to use. If you're an insurance company and you're looking for people of a certain age, certain income, homeowners, etc. So it's just going to be determined by what you're personally doing and what you're trying to achieve with your clients.
Perfect. And yeah, I know you said before we have thousands of different selects, so I'm sure that could be individualized for you. Okay, we have another question from Jesse. He's saying that they market to AMN area of second and third vacation homes without mailboxes. Do we have a way to work around a situation like that?
That's interesting. They don't have mailboxes, but are they using PO boxes? That one we would really have to look into. But absolutely, we can run absentee owners. We also have a select on the consumer file of people that own vacation homes. That would be something we would be a case by case study, depending on the demographics in the area.
Okay, perfect. Next question. If I'm going to mail business to business, can you use criteria based on the owner's religion? Oh, that's a great question.
On the business file, you can't, but we can on the consumer file. We can select by many types of religions, age, income again. Not a problem.
All right. Does anyone else have any other questions? I'm going to throw up Karen's information. So if you guys have more specific questions, just be respectful of your time. I know we all probably have a busy work week, but here's Karen's information. So if you guys have any customized questions that you guys think about later, feel free to email her at KarenT@melissadata.com, and our phone number is on there, 800-6245. We did just have one more question come in. Karen, do you have a couple minutes to spare to ask one more
Sure.
question? Okay. How much do the saturation lists cost?
The saturation list will vary. Our normal cost on the website is $9.50 per thousand. Normally, the breakdown is at 50,000 records, which goes to a lower cost of $6.50 per thousand. It's also going to be determined if you're using names or no names on that file.
Okay, perfect. And just a reminder, we did throw up a 15% off coupon code. So if you are interested, you could take advantage of that. And if you guys are still interested in learning more about lists, you can always email Karen. We're going to continue to do these webinars, and we'll cover any topics that you want to use. We're still getting more questions, it looks like. How long does it take to download? If you do, go ahead, I'll let you answer that, Karen.
Well, if you go in and order on our website, doing it yourself, or we'll be happy to walk you through it. The download to the file is instant. If you're ordering a file in-house through a representative, it may take a couple hours. It just depends what type of list. Online, though, you get it immediately.
Awesome. Okay, well, it looks like that's all the time that we have. So thank you all so much for joining us. And again, email us if you have any other specific questions that you can think of. Hope you all have a great day. And
thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.